This is a video showing how to calibrate the force sensor within the wireless force acceleration sensor within SPARKvue. Prior to calibrating your sensor, please make sure that you have fully charged the sensor so that the battery light has gone from the yellow to the green. Also, please make sure that the sensor has been updated to the latest firmware version by previously connecting it to SPARKvue or another PASCO software. The load cell within the wireless force acceleration sensor contains a strain gauge, which is a resistor. In order to get to full operating temperature, the wireless force sensor must remain on for a certain amount of time. You can see here the data that was taken from a sensor that had not yet been warmed up. You can see there is some small drift that after a certain amount of time completes moving. When that's happened, that means that your sensor is ready to be zeroed, and then after that, ready to be calibrated. The next step is to create a standard for which to calibrate your sensor with. You can do this by using any weight and a laboratory balance. Place the weight on top of the balance, find the mass of the weight, then place a removable label on the weight so that this standard can be used by multiple groups, or using a single balance, multiple groups can create multiple standards to use to calibrate their sensors. Once you've properly labeled it, place the label on top of the weight, and then this can be distributed around the classroom. Next, we'll calibrate within the software. I've previously paired a force sensor. We're going to look at the force, deselect acceleration, and angular velocity. Next, click on Graph. On the lower left-hand side of the graph, it shows a live data display of the force. This has previously been warmed up, so we can click on that force and zero the sensor now. Now we'll select on the Tools menu, and we'll select the calibration crosshairs. The 2-point slope offset has been selected. We'll click on Continue. Since we have the 0 to the force sensor right now, we'll click on Set Calibration. We'll open up Calibration Point 2. Now we'll gently hang our calibrated weight on there. The standard value is the force of gravity that we would expect on this standard. Then click on Set Calibration. Click on OK, and then close the side drawer. Now we see a live display of the data for our hanging mass. If we want to change the display, we can click on Data Properties, click on Force on the right-hand side, and then select Number Format. Using this, we can increase the number of digits displayed to 3 and click on OK. And this increased number of digits will be displayed on the statistics, both in the live data panel and any statistics that are applied later. When doing the calibration, please make sure that you have the fixtures that you'll be using for the work that you'll be doing. That way, any mass from these fixtures will be removed. Also, when you're attaching these fixtures, please make sure that you're monitoring the live data so that the attachment of these fixtures is not preloading the sensor in any way.